guys, welcome back to the channel. As you see, we have another Temu haul. It's like a deja vu. So again, I like to separate my little hauls into slightly different areas, and in this video we're talking about garden, and we have some prepping and generally really helpful items I think you'll find you might need around your house. So without further ado, I'm going to just randomly pick some. Some of you might be, find some of them of interest, some of them are not. However, I think many of them I kind of have a little bit of logic behind, especially now we have a winter coming up. So, first things first, I'm going to go with that one, which I'm pretty sure I'm right what it is. And as I mentioned to you before, guys, right, the whole idea, I think, with the Temu stuff is the bits you pick up are things that make your life easier for very inexpensive prices and potentially could save you money, which we'll discuss further on. So, I have here, okay, I don't know if you can guess what it is, yeah? Okay, there. This is a door draft excluder. It needs to be straightened up, obviously. The idea is, as you can see, guys, this is goes under your door, okay, and then we have basically like a swimming sausages around the side. So you trim that to size, okay, around the base of your door, so you can still open and close your door, but you avoid draft. I know you can buy like a lot of cushions and pillows, they're long to go on the door. However, this is a better idea because you can still operate the door. You don't need to keep moving the cushion on and off. And because obviously the winter's coming up soon, it's going to be chilly. If you suffer with the draft, and we do have some doors that are raised off a little bit higher because, well, we used to have carpets when we moved in, so we changed it, blah, blah, blah. So we have quite space, so that will work perfect for us. So again, I'll put the prices on the screen for everything, guys, but again, it's such a basic idea, okay, but it will work. It's great. I'll put the sausage behind. Okay, right, let's go with the garden bits, all right. If you follow the channel, you know I've got a garden and I have allotments, and generally buying the pots, it's quite expensive. A little while back, I think first time I tried last year, I bought a couple of potato bags, right? They're felt potato bags, and they work. And they're really, really cheap as well. So if you don't have a lot of space to grow potatoes, you can grow potatoes in the bags. And I got myself another one. It's nothing, straighten it up. I would demonstrate it outside, guys, but it's really wet, and I'm not pushing the potatoes in, obviously this year, because I already got some growing, that's that. But this is that, look, you fill that with soil, okay, and here you have a little, hold on, you've got your little window here, if you feel like you want to have a look at your potatoes or get them out, velcroed, and that's that. You can grow easily, guys, a few kilos of potatoes in that bag. It doesn't have to be used for potatoes, don't get me wrong. You can grow strawberries, anything else in it. But the fact is, it's faults to nothing, so you can sit there until my next growing season. They are waterproof, you might be wondering, but yes, they do. They do get obviously dirty because of the soil and everything else. However, they are absolutely fine. I love them. And bring me on to the next one as well. Similar, I wanted one for ages. I grow a lot of strawberries, and, well, not a lot, but I wanted to grow more, and I ran out of space, right? Because strawberries, you know, they're sprawl, so they kind of take a lot of room. So if you want to have a lot of strawberries, you need to have a lot of strawberry plants, and I ran out of space. So let me get that opened. Scissors, voila. So you might have seen those. They've been going crazy, I think, the past couple of years, really trending online everywhere because people think, well, actually, it's a really good idea. I've got these 36 pockets, right? And this is the thing that you hang. So to make use of your vertical gardening, we all have fences, right? And you might not have a ground space, but you'll have a fence or any vertical place. You basically, look at that. It's actually upside down, sorry. The idea is you hang those guys up and you fill those pockets with soil. Can you see that? There's another level to that. So you fill them with soil, and that's enough. You can grow lettuces in there, you can grow herbs in there, you can grow strawberries in there. Anything that has a shallow root will be absolutely perfect. So I have a nice big piece of fence by my chicken coop that will get sun majority of the day. So this will be going in there, and I'll be planting my little one some extra strawberries because, frankly, I have run out of space. And, well, to me, this is logical, and this is going to work in terms of my sun position. I'll get some more, and I'll probably start growing my lettuces in there, but I'll put that in the shade instead. So let me get this off quickly. So, little things now, smaller things. Again, some of those guys, the garden stuff might not be of interest to you, but right, okay. Again, prices of all those things, guys, are, I keep saying to you, like 4 times less than what you buy online. Okay, those are the propagation squares. Okay, so if you like to propagate plants or start seedlings or do hydroponics, those things are perfect. They're little squares of substance that you soak in water. You can put your seed in there or your little cuttings. It will root faster. It's very inexpensive, and I'm preparing for, this is going to be for the next year type thing now, but it's a good time to buy stuff, guys, for the year ahead, because planning, you know, as a preppers, we kind of need to plan ahead. So again, it was a bargain, absolute bargain. So I know some of you might go, no, but gardening, it's so important for body, mind and soul. Right, okay, let's go with, let's get the plant stuff out of the way. Plant stuff, because I'm a plant obsessed, right? So I have here we go, we've got a plant support. Again, those things, I have some metal sticks around certain plants. They're not attractive, so especially if you have a tropical plant, having those. And if you ever to look how much they are online, they're ridiculous, but I can get them from them very inexpensively. And as you can see, hopefully there I had a bigger one, okay, and that just looks far better. And because they're obviously not plastic, not bamboo, the idea is you can spray them, they hold a bit of moisture, and for those guys that do like mist and moisture in the air, they are absolutely perfect. You can literally get them in any size, and if you buy the bigger ones, you can make, like, if you grow your own plants, you can train them up into like heart shape or whatever shape, circle shape. You have to get a bigger one, obviously, but I think they're great, absolutely great. Okay, let's go with the last plant thing. Okay. I promise you, plant things will be over in a minute. Right, little supports, guys, right? This is what we have. If you have issue with the plants that are forever tumbling over because of the heavy leafage, you can buy them in a set. How, again, guys, I keep saying how simple certain things are, right? How straightforward, but how logical. So you can unclip them, clip them, unclip them. So, right, put together. You've got your sticks, which you clip into the sides. Okay, so you assemble that. And here we go. Find yourself a plant that needs a support. Clamp it over. You can get them, you can combine them, guys, if you want them to do a round. If you've got a really wide base plant, you can add them on together and make it into the 4. I'm splitting them into half. It works enough for me. And as I said, you can buy them in multiples of quantities. But as I said, guys, make them round. So combine 4 together to make a bigger one to support maybe a big guy if you really need to. But the quality, is pretty good for what it is. You kind of expect it maybe to be a bit flimsy, but it's nicely solid. I like that. Never disappointed so far, never disappointed. Right, my scissors, they get out of the way. Right, another thing, guys, here, which we yet to try. We have the wiper blade fixer. As you probably find quite often after a little while, the wiper blades go and start squealing on your windscreen. Obviously, it's an MOT failure, so they then would want to charge you like 25 quid for wiper blades plus the labour, so you don't want to pay that. So there is a little tool, so unless it's totally split and broken, we should be able to do whatever needs to be done. So that'll be a job for him. Okay, so next thing, get little things, right? Do you have issue, guys, with the razors in your shower, either kick around on the shelf or in the shower? Look at that. What a genius idea again. Genius. Tiny things that make your life so much easier. Okay, so you've got a double sticky pad and you have yourself a little hook. So first of all, you can use the little hooks, okay? Whatever you want to have them in a bathroom or whatever. But as our idea is, guys, this is for your shaver. So you can stick this in your bathroom wall, shower wall, or by the sink, whatever you do, and you can just hang your shaver so it doesn't have to kick around. How good is that? It comes in a pack of 2. I go for black ones because our bathroom is black and grey, as you might have figured out. But yeah, you can choose them in the different colours, guys, and they are superb idea. Superb. Cannot be the only one that's got this issue. Like, I don't like things just kicking around. I like things in a place, just tidy, so I can just clean. It's easier. Things are tidier and easier. So, brilliant idea. Right, this was for Mr. Daniel. This is that got anti-fog solution for like your mirrors or anything else that you dealing in a steam environment, you don't want it to fog up. They do that as well. Could you believe that? I wouldn't for 1 second imagine they would do things like that, but they do. So if you do have issue with your mirror steaming up in your bathroom, spray this on and it's meant to be stop fogging. So great idea. The same thing applicable, guys, if you have some work glasses that potentially could be steaming up after a little while. That's a good thing to have. Again, fraction of the price what you can buy them on Amazon. Okay, right. So again, my little things similar to the shaver ones, right? Don't laugh, but there's always a reason behind my madness. So simple pockets, okay? Double sticky tape, clear. So you can hang this either on your bedside cabinet or whatever you want to. It's meant to be for your phone or for any other thing that you want to charge. However, for us, because we have a solar setup in the utility room, we have a lot of little power banks that we charge with the solar, and generally they just end up sort of being kicking around somewhere until we swap them around. However, we bought a load of those, and the idea is that the solar bank goes in there, the hooks are here to wrap up your cable around so you don't have the cables trailing everywhere, and they can sit there literally. We're going to put them all around our solar area, and I'm going to have all the things organized into those pockets. I'm sure, guys, anybody else can come up with a different solution what to use them for. You're just using your imagination. But for us, for the power banks, for storage and charging, they are absolutely perfect. Again, they do them in slightly different shapes, different colors, but it's, yeah, we're going for white. Okay, get out of there. Right, now we've got a couple of prepping items, okay? And let's go with that one first, actually. This is not quite, but again, one of those little things, guys, you might think, why the hell do you need that? Well, those are a zip. I don't know if you can see that, but I'll zoom in into that in a minute. They're a zip, not say zip fixers, but you know if you have a broken zip, when a little handle of the zip broke off, those things got a little tiny little mouth, so you literally clip it on your zip. So if you have a broken zip, you're actually able to operate it. The reason, again, I got this is not just for clothing, because they're a tiny bit clunky, so it's not something you would want to have on your really nice expensive jacket. However, again, many things outside have zips. We have a gazebo that has curtains that have zips, and because when it's windy, especially when they're undone, the zips are trailing on the bottom and they quite often just snap off and break. So those guys come to the rescue. They're worth absolutely pennies, but they will save our gazebo curtains, because you can't operate the gazebo zip without that. It just makes it really awkward because of the shape that they are. And so having those spare in this absolute godsend. So it comes in the 4 colors. You've got sort of black, you've got gold, you've got silver, and you've got sort of a zinky, bluey color. So yeah, absolute. I think, again, just a really clever idea. Really clever idea. Okay. Right, let's go with that. That's for my torch-obsessed husband. That was nothing to do with the torch, but... Right. He's almost obsessed with the screwdrivers as much as with the torches. Little set, okay? They're tiny, tiny little screwdrivers of every shape possible, okay? And again, one of those little prepping items, you might not ever have to use that, because it's just, well, you might just not. However, quite often, like things like sunglasses, you know, got tiny little screws. Again, sometimes they're different shape, like positive drive or flat, whatever. And here you have literally every possible option of the screw you might ever need. They're not, you know, made of any superb, so it's not something you're going to be like screwing into the wood, but they're just for intricate little jobs that just requires you a different shaped screw. And I think that's absolutely great. It's so cute, so tiny. It doesn't take barely any space, but it could save you a pair of sunglasses or something else that needs fixing, because generally, if you were to buy those things like individually with a full length, they're quite a lot of money, so, which is really, really good. Right, again, this is more of a like, for me, lazy school run mum type hack for my shoes, rather than doing shoelaces. I know. You can buy shoelaces, right? And I did know this, but I think it's a brilliant idea. They're stretcher shoelaces, and you have the little buckles that you put on the end. So you cut off that, and you put the buckle in, okay? So basically you have stretchy shoelaces with a buckle, so you never have overhang of the little shoelaces. They're kicking around, they're tucking them in, or they're getting undone. That just doesn't happen. Clip them in there, done. You can even slip your shoes on and off without having to be undoing them. So I think this is a genius. It's like a lazy genius, but it looks better. I always have issue with certain pair of shoes. They've got the shoelaces keep always coming undone because of the material, so it really, really irritates me after a while, especially in the school room. I have to stop and tuck them in, so that's going to be a lifesaver for me. Okay, so prepping items, a couple of prepping items. And again, I was blown away by the quality of that, guys, blown away. Look at that. So this is a campaign fork and knife. Look at that. The weight of that, it's ridiculously heavy. So the quality, so we've got, yes, I say we've got a fork, we have knife. Let's fold that in. We have a knife there, we have a bottle opener. Okay. It's good. I love that, I love that. It's really smooth when you open it up, I like it. So here we go. And you can actually, look, take it apart. You've got the little things in the middle, so you can magnet them in together. And then we fold it in. How good is that? I like that. So here we are. See, you can find something out for your prepping bits too. That's cool, I like that. Again, comes in multiple colors as well. I've gone for black because it just looks cool. Right, next thing, guys, right, we're going for, I don't really want to take them out because I've got tiny little rubber seals, okay? But this is what it is. And I think it's, again, superb idea. So, butane for camping. You can pick those up for just over £1. And you have those guys that cost almost a tenner. So you guess what it does yet. So that thing here, if you pick it off, you put that little, what do you call it? Not transformer, but you put the little pipette thing, nozzle on there. And we can transfer the gas from our pound bottle to fill up our expensive bottle. You might wonder why, but again, guys, if we're talking your whatever camping gas or whatever cooking, outdoor cooking thing you have, it'll require either one or the other. So if you suddenly manage to buy this one, which is obviously much, much, much cheaper for almost the same weight, and you pick those up for, again, 4 pennies, then you might as well start buying this and just transferring them into your gas bottle there. You can save yourself. And that's what I mean. Sometimes the choices that you make when you find the little things like this could save you money in the long run. So I think it's just absolutely amazing. I'm well chuffed that we have this. Not that we need to, because we have enough of stock of this and enough of stock of that. However, as a prepper for something that's so inexpensive, I'm glad to have this just in case. Right, and we have that. I would say it's probably my best. I don't know, for prepping or gardening, I'm really, really impressed. Right, this is a shovel or a dagger or whatever you like to call this, okay? Let's get this out. Okay. Right, you see that? Okay, so this is camping, garden, hiking, I'm not say weapon, but it is a spade. That also has, you have your centimeters and inches for whatever reason you guys need to measure this out when you're out and about. You have your bottle opener, you have your vegetable peeler, you have the hexagonal nut to be able to get undoer, right? You have another ridge in there, and you have ability to hang this, and you have some paracord attached to that. This thing is super sharp on the end, and I can certainly tell you, you can do more damage to more than just a carrot with that's for sure. You can peel a lot more too with that. So this is a nice piece of equipment. It's not, it's one piece, so it's none of this like it's joined together. It feels pretty heavy, and it just feels nice in a hand. And then when I first got this out, I'm like, yeah, this is pretty cool, right? And again, surprised by the price, guys, surprised by the price. Over the moon having that, I just think it's super great. So that'll be a happy digging, or is it gonna go in my bag, I think. So, but yeah, it's pretty great for the money. Okay, so let's get you Comes a little pouch also, you've noticed that anyway. Okay, so, and I have, guys, 2 more little things, big things actually. Nothing to do with the prepping as such, however, more for like a, not say house security, but, right, let's get, so we got, I'm not going to get everything out, but, get the remote. So, outside we have scented lights, as you do for the security point, and always wanted to have some lights under the gazebo. We had some like Christmas type stringy lights before, but they always have some element of metal, and they just end up, with the weather and the rain here, they always end up getting rusty all the time. So I came across those, okay, and I bought them as a set of 2, like a two part. So they are plastic. There's not a single metal part in there, so it means being outside, it's in rain, it's no issues whatsoever. So they are basically a solar lights to hang outside inside your gazebo. Remote control. There was an option of having like a warm light or a cool light. We're going for the warm light because it's outside. So if you do want to sit out there, enjoy having a nice glass of wine, then they are. So it says that the 90 lumen brightness. So they are, we had them lit up in the dark. They do light up pretty well for a small little bulb. So they are pretty cool. Again, really chuffed with that. The solar panel looks nice and solid. The same thing, guys, you get on your average security lights anyway. So you got all the cables long enough there to be able to hang them exactly where you want them. So I'm happy. So they'll be going up. Probably not this season, I wouldn't imagine, but I'll light them up for you to have a look. And yes, so we got the remote control on and off, and you have timers. You have 3-hour, 5-hour, 8-hour timer, and the brightness. You have 100%, 50%, and 25%, which is, I think, is absolutely brilliant to have this option. And brings me down to, guys, the last one. Okay, it's been taken out of the box because it was a little bit awkward to do this on the camera, and my husband had to just have a look at it and play around with this. So there was a set. It's a solar 60-watt. Solar panel set, included the cables and the control panel. Okay, the idea is, guys, again, if you're new to the solar stuff and you want to start somewhere, this is probably a good way to start. All depends, of course, guys, what you want to charge. 60 watts is not really gonna run like any of the big appliances or anything like that. However, there'll be enough to charge like a car battery, or to charge your power banks, phones, anything like that. That'll be absolutely fine for you to do. So it comes with one of those panels and batch of cables. So again, guys, it's fairly inexpensive for what it is. The beauty we liked the panel, because generally, as you know, panels are obviously quite rigid and quite heavy. So this panel, because it's not meant to be portable, is quite thick, so you fix it in place and there it is. And the same is with all the other panels. What we liked is this one because it's flexible. So technically it is portable if you want to take it with you. It is waterproof, so if you do feel like if you're going camping and you want to be able to charge your phones, if you don't have any other means, guys, that you can just take the panels, you can kind of do that, okay? But for us, we're going to be using that outside the chicken coop, and we're going to be powering our chicken coop door. We have a, I can't remember what it's called, a chicken run. Anyway, we have an electric chicken door, and it's currently run off batteries. However, the batteries do run out, and sometimes in the most awkward times, it's either when the girls' chickens get locked in or locked out, or when you're not there, which is not particularly nice because chickens either can come in or get out when they want to. So rather than me keep remembering and keep checking on the door all the time and the batteries, this will be installed onto the roof of the chicken coop. We're going to be having a car battery to harvest the power, and then we're going to be connecting our chicken door, electric chicken door, to that. So as I said, that's just, again, it's a brilliant idea. It's something, is finding something for everyone. And my husband's seen this like, oh my God, but this is such a good idea. We wanted to do something for the chicken coop anyway, so this kind of hits the bill. So there are many options. You can buy different wattages, you can buy a smaller watt panels, you can buy all the multitudes of that. However, we found this is kind of the best middle range to what we need. That should be able to charge up what we need for a decent amount of time without have to be worrying the changing the batteries. So there we have it. So anyway, guys, I think I've covered all of my products here. So hopefully, guys, you found this interesting, and maybe hopefully you found some things to take away. You thought, that was a good idea. So, well, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to thumbs up. I've put all the details down below, the products and the prices as well. Of course, they've been on the screen too. And, well, thank you for watching, guys, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye-bye.